Please, Yamari-san, try and help. I don't want to have to stop you. If you think you can save Mio, then okay, just know that if any funny business goes down, I will chop your head clean off. Wow. Right. I hope the girls know what they're doing. Sakura, what are you doing here? You, fox. While the slime girl was being distracted by the fox spirits, I ran over to Mio's side, using all my strength to pull out the slime that covered her. However, all I seemed to manage was a slight tear. Freeing the girl was clearly going to take a while. They're here to help, so use your energy for something useful like getting rid of this damn slime. Ah. Mako-chan. Whatever. You have come to play as well? Please, tell your sister to stop her spell. It feels rather tingly. Miko, keep up the good work. No, Sakura, I have not come to play. You are a fool. A bubble-brained moron. Why are you harassing the villagers? If you want food, you know you could have come to the mansion. Miko, whatever. You can't tell me what to do, not to mention the food from the village is tastier than fruit at your place. Besides, I just wanted to play with them a bit. But then they started screaming, and this monkey girl with her sharp stick tried to scare me away. I will not stand for these insults. Just wait till I am free. Omni-san, the spell is almost done. If I keep going, it might. Just a little more. Little one. Sakura, I do not wish for this to end this way. You know what will happen if Miko's spell is allowed to continue. You might get stuck in your midget form for a long time, and I'm certain you do not want that. Leave this village, please. Ugh. You're going to melt me? That's unfair. My sisters won't be happy to hear you two sided with the silly humans when all I was doing was having some fun. I'll be back. And with those words, the slime girl melted into a pool of water and soon disappeared from sight. Once the slime girl had disappeared from the village, I succeeded in tearing off the slime that covered Mio. However, all the slime shattered into a million tiny pieces. Mio was left without any form of cover, causing me to quickly cover my eyes. Don't you dare look at me! Scrambling to her feet, the girl rushed away, most likely in search of a change of clothes. Yeah, that'll be my guess. With the slime girl gone, the villagers turned towards Fox Spirit with confused gazes. The tension in the air was thick. No one knew what to expect. Finally, a familiar figure emerged from within the crowd. It's a pleasure to finally meet you again. Takira-kan, even if circumstances could have been better. What are you saying, Elder? This man is clearly in cahoots with the spirits. Wait a second, these girls just wanted to help. Oni-san, my head hurts. It's okay, dear, I'm here. Just hold on to me tightly. I'll protect you until Kakikon. It's a trap! Silence! How dare you act with such hostility towards those who just saved your lives? The crowd seemed rather startled by the firmness in the old man's voice, but soon obeyed, some of them feeling rather ashamed all of a sudden. You should be. It is clear that you and your companions did not come here with ill intentions. Takahiro-kan, I must ask you to forgive the people of their nervousness and hostility. As you have most likely noticed, the contact between the spirits and humans have been rather problematic at best. I understand their concerns, but will you at least hear me out? Very well. If that is what you desire, then it will be the least we can do for those who have helped the village upon this day. However, let us wait for the chief to return. I believe it will be important for her to hear what you have to say. I'll go find her, Oji-san. Feeling grateful that the elder had granted me the chance to carry out my plan, we waited for Mio to return. Thankfully, the elder brought us somewhere private where Mako-chan could tend to Miko, without the villagers looking on in contempt. Ugh, how many times am I going to have to say it? I am sorry, I froze, okay? Panic, your sword is stronger than my gari. What was I even going to accomplish by? That is unacceptable. A whole man, what are those creatures doing in here? Elder Sam, this is highly unorthodox. She is highly unorthodox. That doesn't even make sense. Miko. Shush, Miko-chan. These are our guests. Or Sakura Dono? I have no idea. I'm just going to call her Miko from now on. She'll treat them with respect they deserve. The respect that they deserve. Now take a seat. Listen to their tale. This is in order. I understand, Elder Sam. First and foremost, let me express my gratitude for helping save this village. Well, Miko-dan's brave attempt to stop the spirit allows to prevent further damage. I fear that her fate would have been much worse had the spirit been allowed to continue this rampage. Therefore, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for saving her and this village. Takahiro-kan, and you as well, Fox Spirits. No problem. Tussie-chan told us to do it. Besides, Sakura's stupid, smelly meanie pants. We humbly accept your gratitude, Elder Sam. Miram-chan, thank you, Miko-chan. Miko-san, you really helped us out there. You got more guts than me. That girl had me terrified. Have you not considered what they might have been, that they might be working with the monster, and that this is just all a ruse to sneak into the village and steal what little resources we have left? The elder sighed before his gaze sharpened, his tone surprisingly stern in comparison to how he had just been talking. His voice was so harsh that both girls visibly flinched at the sound of it. Mia, you seem to be underestimating the power of these spirits. If those three had joined forces, there would possibly have been no village left to defend. The man sighed deeply, shaking his head before continuing. You should be grateful. We could not stand a chance if all spirits were to conspire against us. Do I need to remind you that we can barely stand our ground against even one of them? Elder Sam, you must understand, due to my situation, I simply cannot pretend to be friends with a spirit, not after everything that they have done to us. But for now, I will at least remain silent on the matter. There is more at stake here than my personal feud. Know this, Fox Spirits. If I find either of you doing anything suspicious, I will personally find out whether my sword goes through you as ineffectively as it did that monster. There shall be no talk of such things within this house. Now, Takahiro-kun, you mentioned you wanted to tell us something? Could it be related to your younger companion's comment? I find it curious to hear her mention that name of an old spirit such as Tasiri. Actually, what I'm about to tell you is something I learned directly from her. You mean you met her in person? I nodded my head firmly. There's a reason behind the spirit's attitude towards human, and it doesn't strike you as odd that there are only spirits in this particular area. It is true that there has been no spirit sightings outside this It is true that there has been no spirit sightings outside this region, but what does that have to do with us? It has something to do with this region. Apparently, you see, the spirits here aren't from this world. You mean to say, Taki-kun, what are you saying? We are spirits, but we're still of this world. Omni-san, what does this mean? What does that mean? Tasiri told me you probably wouldn't remember because you were how young you were when it happened. But the spirits have a world of their own. Some accident caused both worlds to merge temporarily. Then why aren't there more spirits around? The whole thing was apparently dealt with before it got out of hand, but a few spirits became trapped here. Mako-chan, Miko-chan, and the 4 other spirits were unfortunate enough to get stuck here. I think Tasiri willingly came here to watch over them. You remember being with Tasiri for a while now, don't you? Ah, that's none of your business. Tis-chan took care of us for a little while, but then she took us to the mansion and sort of just left us there. Now we can only visit her when she wants us to. What about these 4 other spirits? Even though she was a powerful spirit, Siri has to follow certain rules. Because of that, she wasn't able to reach the other spirits. I don't know what to say. I need a moment. Might I use another room to compose myself? I'll show you. I can take you somewhere and look after you to make sure you don't do anything fiendish and all that. Come on. Miko-san, this way. And Mako-chan and Namiri left the room. I sighed and turned my focus back onto the conversation. Now about the panty theft. Alright, they did seem rather adamant about getting their hands on those for some reason. What was the purpose of that? Surely those girls had undergarments of their own. It was a simple mistake. I needed a maiden silk for my spell. How was I supposed to know that that meant something other than the silky things girls wear? It was all a misunderstanding. None of them knew that a maiden silk is another term for a wedding sash. Innocent, huh? If they really thought that, they could have just used their own. Yeah, that's where you're wrong. Ani-san and I don't have any. You too. Ahem. I think we should move on to a different matter. Yeah, moving on. Siri suggested that we find a way to help you guys out. If we can make you trust us, we figured that maybe you could make us the sash. You would make us a sash, but why do you need such an item? But, silly man, I already told you I need it for a spell. Miko-chan, this guy isn't a magician. He doesn't know what you're talking about. Basically, Miko-chan has been researching a spell that would allow her to travel to another realm. Why would she desire such a power? I imagine for being stuck far away from this village, you don't have any way to return to your loved ones. To make matters worse, you're always in a place that you don't know, with beings unlike anything you've seen before. Now let's say you had the power that would let you go anywhere you want. Where would you want to go? Are you saying that, yes, even if they weren't aware of it, they must have subconsciously felt that they were different from you. They only wanted to go home. Kinda. I guess I wanted to cast a spell to see what would happen. Chan told me that if I ever felt like that, I should ask her first and go with it. So I did, and since she didn't warn me about anything, I figured it was just like any other spell. I think it's normal. Miko-chan, whether it's humans or spirits, everyone wants a place where they can call their own. A place where they are accepted for who they are. Isn't that right, Elder-san? But you accept me for who I am, don't you, Taki-kan? I would certainly feel sad if everyone ended up rejecting me simply because of who I am. Surely not all spirits are good at heart, but perhaps we have been too quick in labeling them all evil. For a moment, I saw the elders wander sideways towards the room. Namiri and Maki-chan had moved on. His gaze softened. Unfortunately, some of us had suffered quite a lot at the hands of spirits. It will take time for the people to come to terms with those fears. Takehiro-kun. Meanwhile, in the room, off to the side of the main room, the guard lieutenant was watching over the older fox spirit as she seemed to be in the grips of a minor panic attack. No, this can't be right. This can't be true. I'm from this world. I belong here, don't I? Maybe you should sit down, or lay back or something. I can get you a pillow if you'd like, or... No, you could not possibly understand. You cannot know what it is like to have everything you knew, your whole life, just pulled out from under you, completely. Actually, I do.